Welcome back for some more action at the Tacit Lichtenberg 200. Next up, the bikes and quads on the seniors, as well as the junior seniors and the juniors quads, bikes and cars. Going through the same process as the kiddies in the morning with documentation and scrutineering and driver's briefing. There's number 33, Herman Buerta, getting ready for his start. And Fifi Kaji, our lady rider on a quad. Man, she doesn't know yet, but she's got an exciting day ahead of her. Anxious to get going. The automated timing system in the front there with a little glove waving you closer, and off they go. A wheelie just to say goodbye to the crowd, and we are racing. 4 grueling laps of 50 kilometers ahead of the competitors. The automated system flagging off competitors at 30-second intervals to ensure that there's a little bit of a dust cap. Fifi lining up for the start, and away she goes. With the recent rains in the area that luckily stopped about a week ago, it has made the conditions incredibly tricky. Very tall grass, makes it very slippery in certain patches, and of course with the rain, deep ruts, although no mud. Dry and dusty conditions out, and as you can see, absolute perfect weather for a great day's racing. As is the case with the kiddies, in the seniors, all manufacturers are present. KTM versus Honda versus Kawasaki. They're all out there. They're all fighting for one thing and one thing only, at top step of the podium. There's Henry Pretorius setting off in hot pursuit, followed moments later by Gavin Mostert. Martin van Jelsveld launching himself off the start line. Jacques Viljoen taking it easy around the first corner, going into the bend and again out on that 50 kilometer loop. And here's Bradley Burrell. Unfortunately for him, his day ended on the first loop and he collected a DNF, did not finish the race. And now on to the juniors. J375, Wynand Potgieter leading the field off, followed by Daniel Hill. And over onto the junior cars. Number 2, Wynand Potgieter, setting off on his loop of 50 kilometers. Chasing him for honours in the cars, number 8, Ian Mostert in his single-seater buggy. Ian ended up taking home the top spoils. Unfortunately, Wynand hit a large hole and damaged some suspension on the vehicle and could not continue. Some high-speed action on a long straight with a little bit of a bump in it, aptly marked with caution markers. Let's sit back and have a look at this action as the bikes and the quads come down at full speed. Here we've got Henry Pretorius. And Gavin Mostert on a little tricky, twisty, grassy section leading up to the pit area. High-speed action for these bikes and quads. Small cautions such as that jump on that straight, not really an issue for these machines. Heading into the pits, a grassy, twisty section to challenge the riders. Back out on the open, flat sections. As you can see, the ground is really hard, but the dust is still very prevalent. There's only one way, and that's absolutely flat out. Coming into the pits for a break at the end of one loop, Johan Marais on number 86. And here we've got Herman Breed coming in for his fuel stop. The bike's unfortunately not able to make long distances on their small tanks and have to stop at the end of the loops to fill up with some fuel, and perhaps for the rider to have a bit of a break as well. Still out on the open road. Perfect conditions. Racing well on the way. Coming in for the compulsory stop to have your route marker ticked off. And unfortunately, young Fifi met up with a fall and very quickly seen to by expert medical advice. So important on races to ensure that the quality standard of medical staff is of the highest that can possibly be there. Coming into the pits at the end of his loop, number 86, Johan Marais, setting off on yet another loop. Gavin Mostert getting a tick from the marshal, confirming, yes, I'm out to do another loop. There goes Johan Buitendup. Same thing. And a nice little wheelie. Say bye-bye to the fans. And all too soon the racing action is finished. Here is Andre Pretorius coming in at the end of the loop to a well-deserved finish. And given his finisher's badge by an able little helper. Just listen to the sound of that two-stroke machine going. Absolute pure magic. Well done to all the competitors that has made it home safely and has finished the race. And to those that didn't, what do they say? They say race, break, fix, repeat. And better luck next time. And there's the marshal removing a tracking device on one of the motorcycles. Tracking device used for timing and for tracking purposes to ensure the safety of the competitors throughout the whole event. Well done to Ian Mostert, bringing his little car home in first place in the junior cars. Medical evac on its way for Fifi. Great precautions was taken by the organizers and by the medical staff, and Fifi was flown into hospital and turned out to be good news. She was discharged the following day with nothing more than bruises, but now also happily engaged because her boyfriend came to the hospital and proposed to her in hospital, and they are now engaged. And here's the results for the day. Well done to all our winners, our second and third placed competitors. Time for a quick break. Don't leave your seats. We'll be right back with some more action.